Mario Bautista versus Patchy Mix. Patchy Mix debut, right, in the UFC.
Yes.
They toss him right in there against a ranked opponent. Mario Bautista getting a ton of boos as he's walking out. Not a
Yeah,
fan favorite.
everybody not a fan favorite after the Aldo fight, obviously. But jokes on all of them. I never actually watched the Aldo fight. Keep it a secret. Because that was one I couldn't watch live. And then when I heard what happened, I was like, I'm just not going to watch that. I don't need to watch that. So my mind has never been tainted on Mario Bautista
Oh,
because this
lucky.
he's good, dude. He's very good. That gym is
Yeah.
good. The MMA labs, O'Malley's great. Marcus McGee's is fucking sick. Bautista puts together some cool shit. And I never got my head clouded with hatred of watching him wall install Aldo for the whole fight. And I just will never watch the fight. So that way I don't have to see that happen to my boy. And then I also don't have to be pissed off at Bautista because I
It's
like
a
the guy.
win-win.
I don't want to be
It's a
pissed. It's a
win-win.
win-win.
Yep.
I still
But in this
picked
case, dude,
Patchy Mix.
you still what?
But I still picked Patchy Mix. But I thought if any underdog was going to pull through, I thought Bautista has the best chance. I thought the odds were a little bit spread because of people's hatred. And they're like
Yes.
forgetting how good this guy actually is, you know? I thought he was probably like the best value if we're talking like betting terms. It's like I'm
Yeah,
Mickey
Patchy
Bets or
Mix
something.
minus 170, Bautista plus 140.
Yeah, see, plus 140, that's not. I feel like this should have been a lot closer, especially considering his Patchy's debut. He fought a lot of smaller guys, kind of. Well, Bautista's like a legitimate guy at the weight class, right? Um, hey, shout out Juice, Juice Man 562. Oh, Sally lost. All is good. Let's go, Marav.
Oh,
Yes,
Sally. I think that's the first time I hear that one.
that's the first time I've heard
That's
that.
good. That's good. But yes, look,
Ghost
dude, I
says,
don't know what it was. Did it look like Patchy Mix had concrete shoes on?
dude, he's shown a little bit of that in the past. Ghost, we'll get to your comment in just a sec, but he's showed a little bit of that in the past, but man, did he look stiff, dude. It looked like all his discs have been
So stiff.
fused in his back, and not just the upper body, like you said, like from his waist up was just a board, and
Yes.
then his feet, it's like, dude, he looked like, I mean this with no disrespect, Patchy, but it looked like Dan Henderson levels of stiffness towards the end of Dan's career. Like
Mm.
final Dan Henderson fights, look at that. He could barely even turn and stuff. And man, he was just sitting there, dude. It was brutal.
Yeah, it was brutal to watch, man. And for anybody that didn't get to see Patchy Mix before in this debut, they put him up against a ranked opponent right off the bat. They're probably thinking like, how is this guy a champion in Bellator? And
That's the thing
why
that
are we
sucks.
putting him
Yeah.
up against Mario Bautista right off the bat?
Yeah. I mean, the biggest thing was just that the right hand from Bautista, he would just go body, chest, headshot. He just kept mixing up the level of that. And Patchy was just like this, just
Yeah.
looking right at it, just and then ooh, and then ooh,
Right on the lips, dude. And the chin
dude,
over and over again.
over and over. And I was just sitting there, and I was like,
Head movement! Head
Oh
movement! Head
no,
movement!
dude.
Head movement!
Is that the new sound you got it?
"That's a new sound I got in there."
Perfect
Watched it
timing.
last night. I was like, I need to clip that. Um, but damn, dude. I mean, it
Rough.
sucks. But I mean, he actually did land on Bautista a decent amount. But it just no power on it because like it's like I said, he was just so stiff that he wasn't really putting any like power into the shots other than like the step up knee, which is a good move, right? Especially if someone's going to your body with the straight a lot because they're ducking down the knee, they might meet the knee. But it's
Yep.
like his reaction time was low, like or slow. I don't know, kind of an interesting one,
Yeah,
but
yeah, but look, Bautista had a very, I thought it was an
dude, he
exciting
looked sharp.
performance from Bautista. He looked very sharp, and he was still booed at the end. Look, dude.
And you know what's crazy is they're like multiple times through the fight, they're like, man, this is such a big moment for Bautista. If he can get a win over a name like Patchy Mix, like that's a huge deal for his career, his trajectory. And then he
Yeah, I was like,
wins, and
wait, he
they're
got to
like,
win
don't even,
overall though.
and then they're like,
Yeah, his
don't
biggest
even
win of
interview
his
the guy.
career.
It's like the UFC is telling the broadcast booth, hey, mention how big this could be for Bautista. He does it, he pulls it off, and then they're like, but don't let him use it as a platform.
So
What the
funny,
hell,
dude.
dude?
I think
Crazy.
Dana was also pissed about the way they fought
Yeah,
Aldo.
probably.
100%.
Probably.
All right, we'll move on, man. We
Well, real
already
quick, let's just see what the chat's saying too.
okay.
Ghost, I like how some people thought that my Patchy mix slap the lead hand and body kick was a positive post about him when it's pointing out an exploitable habit that Mario took advantage of beautifully. Yes. James says, might get blocked for this, but I seriously wanted Patchy to lose because Tatiana Suarez fans are weirdos, and I wanted to get the mixed family to go 0-2 this year. Damn. I don't hold it. I would never hold someone's fans against, and no one's going to block you, though. Rio says, I posted this on the SpaceX app. The SpaceX app. But it turns out, I never heard that either. Turns out Suarez and Mix are allergic to right hands to the body. I mean, God, he was just
didn't move, dude.
Frozen.
Just
looking
didn't
at it.
move.
Yeah.
And then Ghost
God.
appreciating your soundboard use, by the way, Will. Good stuff. Signs off. All right, we'll move on. And we had a
Trust me, I back.
Had to switch to the next page.
Hey everybody, Ramiro and Will here. Thank you for watching that short clip. Just so you know, that was a small excerpt from what we covered this last Sunday, right, Will?
Yeah, we cover the entire event every weekend. So this was just a cutout from the live stream that we did. The link to that live stream is in the description. So if you want to hear about the other fights that night, it's down below in the description. Please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell because we go live every Sunday to cover events. And if you do that, you'll know for next week and you can tune in and be in the chat and get featured on the show just like everybody else was on this clip.
We hope to chat with you live.